You'll see a beautiful tree behind me. That's because we are continuing live from downtown Cleveland. We are celebrating their beautiful display of 50 Nights of Lights. There's over 1 million lights that have truly transformed Cleveland into a winter wonderland. You can get out and see them. It's free. You have now until January the 1st. You can walk the trail. You can drive the trail. But we're going to learn a little bit more from Eric Kelly, who's joining us. He serves on the Tourism Commission Board of Directors. You serve on Team Cleveland Main Street Board of Directors. You serve on Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. Eric, I'm going to get tired. You're City of Cleveland volunteer fireman. You're owner of the Warehouse Restaurant. And this is my favorite one. You're husband of Haley.
Yes.
Who owns H Squared here downtown as well. So welcome actually in person this year.
It's glad to be here. I'm glad to be here in person this year.
Because last year, take us back, you called in to Good Things while we were here with 50 Nights of Lights, and you were in snow.
I was in snow. I was in Wisconsin. We were picking up a fire truck.
That's right.
And I was dodging snowballs from all my fireman friends.
Well, there's no snowballs here in downtown Cleveland, although I think if you give Becky enough resources, she'll figure out a way to get a machine in here.
We're working on it.
You probably are working on it. So what does it mean for you, Eric, as a business owner, as a volunteer fireman, just as someone who's connected into the city this time of year? Do you get excited? Do you get nervous? What's it like when 50 Nights of Light comes around?
Oh, I just love it. I've got 2 small children right now, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and it's just magic for them, all of this. And I'm soaking up every minute of it. This is nothing I've never been able to experience before.
It is something different when you become a parent to watch the holidays through their eyes because they catch the magic. They don't miss a light bulb. They don't miss any of it. And if you can slow down enough, it's truly magical.
It does. I've always just spent, this entire year has passed since we last talked. But when the kids are around, it all slows. It's just so nice just to be able to experience with them. So.
How is it? Okay, so where is the warehouse connected to in terms of downtown? You're a little more off the...
I'm Warehouse District where Hey Joe's is located, Cutworks, and Mosquito Burrito. We're right on the other side of that, right on Sharp Avenue. So I'm just north of Highway 8.
Is it neat to watch, because you come to work every day, and then to sort of watch this downtown Main Street area slowly transform into what we see now?
Yes, it is fun. I love, because you start getting the Christmas spirit way sooner, and you get to enjoy it for so much longer. Just seeing everybody setting the Christmas lights up, and I've been playing Christmas music in my truck for about 2 weeks now. So.
You're my kind of guy. Oh, you're gonna make a lot of people happy.
In the morning, I like to sing in the car. So.
Oh man, yes. We just made a lot of folks really angry. They feel like very strongly that Christmas music shouldn't start until either tomorrow. Some either say December the 15th. But I'm holding out with you, Eric. I think it should be played whatever you feel like you just need a little pick me up. But of course, I know your lights come on. I think around somewhere in mid-November or right whenever it gets started. So why not go ahead and hop in and get on that Christmas spirit? So are you Cleveland born and raised, or did you choose Cleveland as home?
Well, I didn't choose Cleveland.
Did Cleveland choose you?
I think so. I just kind of fell in here. I came to Cleveland kicking and screaming, I think.
So where's home?
I grew up in Edabina, Mississippi.
Okay.
So not far from here.
Not far.
I never intended to stay in Mississippi, and you're young.
Of course you don't.
Grow up here. I'm going to move away and do something. And I ended up at Delta State, and I loved Cleveland. I met my wife here. We've just started our businesses here, and I'll never leave.
So who started it first? Her with H Squared, or you with the warehouse?
So H Squared, she started H Squared first. We actually met at the warehouse. Her parents owned it. We worked there together for years, and I worked for her dad in construction for about a decade. And we started having children, so I needed to do something different, be a little more available, not travel so much. So we ended up buying the restaurant.
That's a little bit different animal than...
A little bit. I thought I was retiring.
No. No, you got a whole other animal there. But it's a heartbeat of a community, whether it's the small business storefront, what does H Squared sell?
Everything. So we're, cosmetics, ladies' wear, swimwear, shoes, everything.
You name it. Then
so
the warehouse.
We're a little department store.
A little department store right here in downtown Cleveland. Okay, and then for the warehouse, what's the menu there?
So I'm soup, salad, sandwiches, and pizza. Lunch 7 days a week. Do a plate lunch on Sundays. We just try to keep it simple. 11 to 2 every day. Go home, enjoy our families in the afternoon. So that's the best way to do it.
That's the best way to do it.
You don't have to open at dinner and be there all day and night.
Well, then you give your other restaurants an opportunity to serve that crowd if that's what they want. I think that's the cool part about being a business owner. You get to figure out what that looks like for you. There's no necessary right or wrong as long as you're making payroll.
Right. Fairly.
Hey, you know what? As long as you're making it, you're making it. But I think that's the beauty too of a lot of people who want to invest in their communities is they want to be able to also enjoy their community. And it sounds like you and your wife have kind of figured out that little bit of a balance. So I know I was talking with Becky earlier how the open house here on the square, I think that was earlier in November, but the businesses go above and beyond with their storefronts, like with changing out their windows. Now, she mentioned there was 3 winners. I can't remember if H Squared was one of them. What?
First place.
She's first place.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
So when does she start thinking about that, or when do y'all start thinking about the Christmas decorations and transforming the shopping?
I try to stay out of the process. She really goes crazy with it, and so I don't like to be dreading how much work I have to do in the future. So I just say, you tell me what I need to do and when I need to do it, and then we'll go from there. So that's kind of the way I work Christmas.
That's, you know what, the husbands need to be taking notes of like how this works. Yes, ma'am. What should I be doing? How can I help you? But no, and I think that's really cool. I think it's cool too. It's kind of become Cleveland's little. This sets it apart, and around this time, not only 50 Nights of Lights, which folks should come out and see, but also just the fact that the downtown shops go that extra mile to make that sort of like you're in the big city sort of experience of window shopping.
Cleveland does a phenomenal job. Everybody that has a storefront downtown, they have so much pride in what they do. They take such good care of their businesses, and it's just fun to see everybody working together and having a good time.
All right, so there's 160 million, maybe not 160 million lights, but there's 160 displays, 1 million lights. You mentioned you have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. So I've got a 3-year-old. I'm right in the middle of that. I know what you're going on with that. Yeah. And a 10-year-old. You just wait.
Oh, no.
And so what's their favorite displays?
The tree.
That's what Maddie said.
The tree. I don't know what it is. All the lights that move and they love the tree. They just want to come to the tree and run circles around the tree. They stop every light they walk by. The baby says picture, and he stands there, not long enough for us to take a picture, but just long enough for him to say picture and then move on. So we don't have any pictures of him.
Actually there. Yeah. Well, there's still time, and I hear there's plenty of picture opportunities here up the mile-long 50 Nights of Lights. And Becky said, too, that there's a lot of folks who get engaged with the lights that have the
arches.
The arches. I was like, help me out. I'm thinking the arch is there, which
my
I think
niece
is
did last year.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody gets engaged there. It's the cool spot.
It's the cool spot. It's the thing to sort of do. Okay, so there you go. If you were looking for a unique place to pop the question, Eric and I are planning it out for you.
Yeah.
Just come on to Cleveland.
You will be set here. Beautiful.
Have a nice stay at the Cotton, and then go eat at the Warehouse. Plug that. Shop. Take her shopping at at H Squared.
Everything she needs will be at H Squared.
But you bring the ring, and then you can sort of and have a memory there. But you can come with your family already together too. I think that's a lot of fun. I hear tonight is y'all's Christmas parade.
It is.
What's that like?
I'm hoping it's not going to be too cold. It is very
but last night was supposed to be the Christmas parade, so
Correct.
Let's be honest. It is a little bit better weather than what you had last night.
I agree. The parade here is another thing that people go above and beyond. I mean, you used to see like a trailer with some poster board on it. Now there's floats coming through downtown. It's a big city parade.
It's a big city parade. Will you and your children be in the parade?
We will not, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be standing on the sidewalk.
Who's in it? Maddie's not in it. You're not in it. I haven't found anybody that's actually going to be in the parade.
I try to stay out of a couple of things, and the parade's one of them.
You have your boundaries. You want to be able to enjoy it. Well, will your kids be catching candy?
They will be.
They can have Maddie's candy because Maddie said he was saving his calories for when the Delta Dairy opens back up.
Well, I drove a trolley through the parade a couple of years ago and hauled a bunch of people. And the brakes went out on the trolley.
That sounds dramatic.
And it was awful. So it was like the worst 30-minute trolley ride of my life, trying not to run over kids. And so I'm just done with the parade
I see
stuff.
where they took your parade card away from you. You have been revoked from being in the Christmas parade, but you can come out and at least and still enjoy it. If I was going to go to the Warehouse for the first time, although I will say the chef salad's delicious, what would you order as a first-timer?
You got like the top 3. I mean, I really hate to say club sandwich, but club sandwich.
That's okay. If it's good, it's good.
The Haley Special. Mm-hmm. And the Spicy Bird.
What's the Haley Special?
It's very plain. Turkey, cheddar, wine and cheese on a French roll, and that's it. But it's every high school kid's favorite sandwich.
Oh, I love that. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Eric.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all stick with us. We got a little bit more for you coming up next here from Cleveland.